What was the off season like for you? Just getting ready for OTAs and minicamp and everything like that.
It was zen, man. It was chill. I feel like I got to get my feet, back under me, my head right, and improve on some of the things that I wanted to improve on before we got back here. So just as far as being a little stronger, playing at a higher weight, and just making more, being able to be better when you're called upon, just those type of things. So just all around, great off season for me. And
last year you talked about you wanted to put last year behind you because of the year that it was. Just how were you able to do that? Just getting ready for the season.
Just disconnect. You just got to disconnect a little bit when you have your time to to spend with family, to spend with your loved ones and people that care about you. You got to embrace it. You got to go do it. You got to go, see the world. And I'm blessed to be in this position. So I want to, reap some of the benefits when I have the time. And I feel like that's really, the only way to go about it. When you get that opportunity to disconnect, you gotta do it just so you can reconnect when the time comes, like now.
Hey, Jared, real quick, Jermaine Johnson in the Jets.
What's up, brother?
How do you feel now that you have, your number 5 back, your jersey back? How do you feel about that?
Man, I feel like myself, bro. I didn't really realize it, but something was off, bro. So I feel like myself. You feel me? Good to see you, boy.
You said you wanted to get bigger.
Yeah.
Was that weight that you wanted to gain weight or something? What are you up to?
Yeah, so it's more. I actually was bigger last year, but it's more of just where the weight is, So I'm stronger. I can lift more weight, and that's. I said bigger, but when I said bigger, I meant like more cut type thing. And I got that accomplished, and now it's time to go out there and put it on the field and show it, So yeah.
How has your relationship with Aaron evolved over the past year? You've been together for basically 13 months.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to have some, conversations that we wouldn't have had initially at this time of the year, last year. Those tougher conversations, those ones where we might disagree, where we do agree, where he's got his 2 cents on it, which is, always the best 2 cents I've heard. But me being who I am, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there, So that's just it's been awesome, man. He's a resource for me, just a person that I can always bounce my thoughts off of. And now, just a year, you said 13 months, now I feel more comfortable just, bringing certain things up. You never want to come off too strong, but I'm a curious guy. I got a lot of questions. I like football a lot. I like to talk the game. So, come to find out he's the exact same. So we get along well, and we're going to keep building that relationship.
Gary, what do you think of the receiver room now, the additions you guys have made, one healthy and everything?
Yeah. I'm excited to see it at full health. I haven't got to see all the guys out there at once, and it's one of those positions where every day is something might happen to nick up. It's just a tough position to stay out there at all times. But I feel like we got a great group, and the number one thing is how can we stay healthy? How can we, all be out on the field? And I think having depth like this and the group we have is going to help us. Having guys that can do different things, that can go catch the ball over the middle, all types of things that is going to take some of the strain off all of us. It's a good group, so I'm excited to. Get out there. I feel like we haven't had the whole thing together, but come season time when we're rolling, it's going to be exciting.
What about the guy that said your old number?
Yeah, Malachi. Yeah, man, he's always a brute, and once he catches that ball, I mean, he's got great instinct of where the defense is going to be at, how to make someone miss. Yeah, man, just like I was saying, you can go over the middle, take hits. I mean, I'm excited to see him run with the ball once we got pads on, because I know I wouldn't be trying to tackle him, man. He looks like a problem, little bowling ball out there, so I'm excited.
Gary, you've had such a strong start to your career already. What do you feel like is the next level for you?
Winning games, winning, getting the playoffs. I'm confident that, we do that. Everything will take care of itself. I've always kind of lived by that. Let's focus on winning, and the other stuff will shine through. You got to win somehow. We're going to score points, and, I'll have something to do with it. We all will. I'm excited.
How confident are you that the winning is going to come this year?
I'm confident. Just like honestly, I would be any year. But this year, we find a way to stay healthy, and we find a way to stay healthy. And play good ball on Sundays when it matters. We're going to be all right.
How much would it mean to you, help you to have some stability at quarterback? Obviously, you played with like 7 guys in 2 years? Like, how much you'd like to just play with one?
I mean, that that'd be awesome. It's sometimes in this league playing 18 games, they're trying to make it 20. That's like it sounds like a little fever dream, to be honest. But if we can find a way to stay upright out there, keep Aaron on his feet, I'm excited for that and everything that comes with it. But yeah, like I said, man, it's harder said than or harder done than said, I guess. It's one of those things. It's like that's a lot of games. All of a sudden take a lot of hits. They take a lot of hits where they're not looking, and it's just how can we keep him healthy? Yeah.
Does it give you a sense of security at all that that if Aaron had to miss a little bit of time, you're turning to Tyrod, a guy who's had a pretty decent amount of success?
Yeah. Oh yeah, getting to work with Tyrod over the last couple of months has been awesome, man. You see why, he's had the success that he's had, and yeah, man, it definitely does. We've got some reps in, and I'm confident that we get it done.
Yeah, we talked to Sauce last week. He was talking about, he said, I'm now one of the older players. I'm not old, but I'm one of the older players. That guys are starting to come to him and lean on him in year 3. Do you feel like that too? Like, do you feel a transition from being one of the youngest players on this team to now maybe having a bigger role in leadership?
Yeah, 100%. Naturally, you just have more to offer. Once you've had 3 years under your belt, or 2 years, 2 seasons, you just have more to give. You got more to talk about. You have a little better grasp on what's going on, but also, for your peers, they feel like you're one of those guys that they can come up to just because of they're trying to figure out how they can play 3 years and maybe have have the same success. So for me, I know I'm like a sponge, so I still don't feel like a vet. I always offer what I can. I feel like I'm more of a show you guy. Like, I'm gonna show you how to practice, show you how to do certain things. But whenever they come up and want to bounce some thoughts off of me, I'm always there for that. And we've had some young guys come up, and it's really cool, man. They're all willing to learn, and they're willing to learn from me. It's like shit. This is cool, bro. It's cool.
Garrett, take a couple more.
There was some buzz before the draft. The Jets might be interested in trading up for Marvin Harrison Jr. Did that excite you? Did you get in like Joe Douglas's ear and say, "Yeah, make that move"?
Bro, I seen all the theories and all the stuff before the draft. I don't know. I just
he's your guy.
he's my dog. So for me, it sounded a little unrealistic, to be honest. But like I've seen all the Twitter trades, all the stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I see it all, and it's fun, man. It's fun to look at. It's fun to be like, oh, that makes sense. What is he talking about? And it's just fun. But I never read into it too much. They got a good job up there. They brought me here. I feel I'm thankful. I got all the confidence in them. So they played it perfectly. But yeah, the idea of that stuff before is like half the excitement. It's like, oh, this is really cool. Last year it was someone else, and it'll be someone else next year. But yeah, it's just part of the fun.
Garrett, Serby, and then Jermaine, we're done.
In your 2 years here, what have you learned about Coach Saleh?
That boy can dial it up on defense now. He's hard to game plan for if you're a team coming in. He's one of those guys that I love him, man. He's really knowledgeable. He likes sharing the info. I know we've had some great conversations just about ball, and the fact that he even values my opinion on certain things is awesome. Him being in the role he's in. But go ahead.
No, do you see? Is he more involved in the offensive meetings, or have you noticed that at all, or no?
I've seen him down there sitting, and he the head coach. He gonna do, whatever. It's him, So it's I see him down there. I never really paid too much mind to it, but he always kind of been like that, And we always had great conversations about things, and like I said, the fact that he even values my opinion as much as he does I've never took that for granted. But man, the fact that he has all that knowledge on defense, it helps us on offense. Like how can we scheme something open versus this coverage, and all the match that y'all play and the way that y'all have figured it out. Like you see, teams around the league trying to mimic what he's done, and he's had a lot of these guys for 3 years now. So maybe that's where you see him venturing onto the offensive side more, because those guys know their stuff now. They know it like the back of their hand, and maybe it's just a confidence level with him. He feels like he can maybe divert, but I haven't noticed too much. He's always been in our corner for sure.
Garrett, this is a little off track, but since Marvin Harrison's name came up, why is it that Ohio State is like a wide receiver factory? Like other schools recruit like 5-star receivers, but they don't seem to produce as many stars as Ohio State. What are like the main reasons why that happens?
Well, I think they recruited a certain type of receiver. There's lots of 5 stars, not a lot, but a good amount each cycle, and the ones that want to come to Ohio State ain't scared to go play with another 5-star and one that came in before them, which says a lot about someone. It says a lot about the confidence they have in their ability and their willingness to come in and learn and just get better. But the main thing I'll say is we know how to practice. We make practice as hard as possible, so the game is what it is. And when you have these other 5 stars around you, at my time it was Jameson, Chris Olave, Marvin, Jackson, J-Mo, like we all was competitive as hell. Like every single day, if I made a play, J-Mo was like, man, watch what I'm about to do. Chris was like, watch what I'm about to do. And I think that brings out the best in guys. Obviously we got a great coach there that gets this thing rolling and instills it in us. But yeah, man, I think it says a lot just about the way they recruit the guys that they decide to go get, wanting to come to Ohio State. You don't see that too often. Most guys want to go and be the guy, and at Ohio State it's like, no. You don't get it on the back end, but come here and learn for a little bit and put in the work, learn how to practice, learn how to go about your business, and it all pay off on the back end.
You were referring to Heartline?
Heartline, yeah, of course. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, he instills that in us, man.
How was Disney?
It was good. It was good. I had a great time there, so yeah, shout out. I love Disney, man. They show me a good time all the time, and it's just dope, so.
And what was kind of your objective this offseason?
I had a lot of things I wanted to work on. First and foremost, just be consistent. Just adding more tools to my pass rush bag. I do a lot of good things in pass rush, but I feel like I got a lot of things to work on when it comes down to more moves and more different counters and different things like that. So adding a bigger pass rush bag was really my main focus, and just being consistent and every day lifting weights and working out in training and different things like that. So.
Were you looking to add weight, lose weight, and anything there, stay the same?
No, more than just stay the same, just get in more shape, more condition. So.
Did you have any reaction when Aaron Donald retired, and now that defensive tackle, the best in the league title is open for the first time in 10 years? Can that be you?
Can you repeat that end part?
The beginning was your thoughts on Aaron Donald. He retired, and now that for the first time in 10 years, he's always been the best defensive tackle in the league. Now the question is, who's the best defensive tackle in the league? Can it be you?
He when he retired, man, it was super cool, man, to see a guy to go out as a champion, and especially in the position that I played, first of all, and just a guy who did the right thing on the field and off the field, and did it the right way, man, laid the blueprint for each and every person after him, such as myself, to have a career that he's had, have a family that he's got, and just have the things that he have in the right way, and be a good person in the NFL, on the field and off the field, and in the organization like he was, man. And him retiring, man, just him himself helped build the tools and the attributes of every single D tackle behind him, because every single one of us watch his film, and every single one of us try to take tools from him and do the things that he can do. With the abs and the workouts and the 285 pounds and different stuff like that. So I feel like he was an amazing blueprint and an amazing person to look up to while playing, and now that he's retired. So
when you and Hassan line up next to each other, who's the offense double team? I don't know, man. I'm not a big offensive scheme person, man. I'm just super excited to have Hassan, man. I'm a huge fan of Hassan, man. I watch his film like no other, especially me, Jermaine, and Bryce last year used to always watch his film and see the stuff that he do and try to learn from the stuff he do. So having him in our room, and my biggest goal is to get a bigger pass rush bag, man. So having him in the room, a guy that can help me achieve that goal, man, is phenomenal. So I remember you telling us that you watched a lot of Fletcher Cox film, like to add to your game.
Yeah.
When you watched Fletcher, did you ever see Hassan, like did Hassan pop off?
Oh, for sure, 100%, man. As I watched that whole D-line, man, because those guys was getting 10 sacks each, I believe last year or 2 years ago, you see Hassan popping out the tape each and every down. So seeing that, man, having that next to me and on my team is unbelievable. So.
Is it a weird feeling not having Bryce and JFM in the
D linemen with you now?
It's definitely a weird feeling, man. But those guys going off to new teams, man, new organizations, and I know those guys going to be unbelievable help to those teams and those organizations because those guys are unbelievable players and people at the end of the day, man. Positive people, hard workers, and guys who can get after the quarterback like no other, man. So I'm super excited for their journey and super happy and that they're in the best situation they want to be in. So.
What do you think about, obviously you've had a lot of personal success, but the team hasn't probably had the success they would have liked, or you guys would have liked. What are your thoughts? You came from Alabama, you won a lot, and now as far as turning this around and leading to more W's, what are your thoughts on that part of it?
I never really thought about it. I've been in the NFL a long time now, so the Alabama little thought process has been sailed away, man. I'm just focused on winning football games now, man. Like you said, we haven't had the success that we want to have, but you can look at the team now, man. You can look at the things that the organization has doing. You can look at the things the coaches has doing. You can look at the way we practice today and the way we doing the OTAs now with the camaraderie and just getting each other better, teaching each other iron sharpens iron every single day that we're going in the right direction, that where we want to be, and that's the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So focus on the process, not the results, is our main thing. So right now we just focus on getting better every single day and just doing what we need to do personally to be the best player we can be, so we can be a great unit. So.
You just mentioned you've been in the NFL for a while now. Is it a strange feeling to kind of see all these younger guys and you're transitioning sort of into being a vet?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It just humbles you and keep you on the right track because guys looking up to you. Guys are going to ask you the questions. So making sure I'm on my A game, making sure I know my scheme the best way. So if a young guy do ask me a question, I can be able to give him the right answers and make sure I'm doing the right things each and every down, each and every day, each and every play to be a great example. Because if I'm doing the wrong things, the people behind me is going to do the wrong things. If I'm doing the right things, the people behind me is going to do the right thing. So put my best foot forward and being the best me is amazing to do so.
This is going to be Aaron's 20th year. Could you just
20 years?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Aaron, 20 years in the NFL?
Yeah. Could you just...
Man. Ain't that running back, the number 0 is 20 years old?
Yeah.
So he been in the NFL as long as he been alive. That's crazy, huh? I got to joke with him about that.
Does he act like a 40-year-old guy?
Nah, he don't act like that at all. I was just literally lifting weights with him, and to see him work out as a 40-year-old man and guy who been in the NFL 20 years, that's like I said, man, the guys on our team, man, the guys who this organization brought in, the guys we have, has been unbelievable because you hear stuff like that and then you see the way he work and the way he go by his work and the way he do the things he do. It's like, man, I want to be there. I want to emulate that, man. I want to be able to interpret like, okay, how's Aaron doing and what he's doing, and put it on the defensive side, on the experience level, and different things like that. So to see how hard he worked, to see how much he loved football, to see how smart he is, how much he pour into our team and pour into football is unbelievable, and that just trickle off on everybody else and make everybody else better because himself make the captains better, and the captains make the unit better, man. So having him on our team has been unbelievable. So 20 years is a lot of experience.
Can you imagine making it 20 years?
I don't know, man. 20 years is a long time. I'm 26, so I was 6 years old when he first started playing football in the NFL. So that's unbelievable.
Quinnen, do you think the AFC East is wide open now?
Can you repeat that again?
The division, do you think it's winnable? Do you think it's wide open for you to win?
For the Jets to win? I think we just focus on the process, man. Focus on what we can do to win football games, and if that's the ultimate goal, the ultimate results, that will be it. But right now, we just focus on every single day, attacking every single day, being the best we can be every single day, and hopefully we win enough football games to be on the top, not just the AFC, but just in the Super Bowl and the NFL in general. But right now, we got to focus on winning the day and winning treatment and winning workouts and weightlifting and winning on the field when it comes down to technique and scheme and different things like that. So when we do line up on Sundays and stuff like that, it could be easy. So
You sound like Coach Sala.
Coach Sala said the same thing?
No, well, he says things like that.
Oh, man, he's a great mind then. I think
last offseason, I mean, you wanted to get stronger and bigger. Just what was it like this offseason? What you saw?
I mean, it's still going on. You always improve, but just technique, low pad level, explosion, speed. Just really trying to be an apex predator, do power at an extremely high level, finesse at an extremely high level, really put tackles in a bind. So just really all around, just dominating everything. That's kind of where my head is.
I don't know how often he's been here, but what have your interactions, either here or phone, text, been with Hassan Reddick?
Yeah, we talked a little bit. Nah, man, we're just all on the same page about going to dominate, win our one-on-ones, and be what this team needs us to be.
How can you guys help each other coming off opposite ends?
I mean, his track record speaks for himself. I mean, year in, year out, every one-on-one, he's dominating, he's a problem. So I just get to learn from a guy like that, learn from a professional like that. So I'm just excited for the opportunity.
What do you think's next for you and for this defense?
Just really putting it all together for a game where we really put together 4 quarters. I think we put a lot of 3-quarter games together, a lot of 99% games together, but we had a few plays here and there. And, I mean, like I've said before, our goal is to have the other team score 0 points, and then, we'll go undefeated. So that's kind of where we are, and just reaching for perfection.
You guys have a decent number of edge rushers now at your disposal. When John was here, he had the ability to kick inside with people all around. I mean, is that something you're maybe looking forward to the opportunity of doing, seeing a nice rotation of all these guys at different spots to confuse the offense?
Yeah, 100%. We got a lot of talented guys, a lot of guys that can play in different places and stuff like that. So, I'm just excited for all of us to kind of get the most out of each of our skill sets.
You've improved on defense the both years you've been here. Just how good can this unit be?
We'll see.
What can you tell us about Jordan Travis?
Competitor, leader, playmaker. I mean, the plays he makes with his legs as well as his arm, I mean, it's just amazing. I think Coach Salah said it really good. He's got a really good foundation, and he's got an opportunity to learn behind Tyrod, who mobility-wise and arm strength-wise and everything like that is very similar to Jordan. And then obviously you got Aaron, future Hall of Famer and everything like that. So, I mean, just to be able to sit behind those guys and just soak in information and learn the offense, learn his teammates, chemistry and stuff like that. I think it's a great opportunity for this team and himself.
What is your current size, weight-wise, and what would you like to play at?
I'm at like 262, 263. Like to stay around there. Like I said, I want to dominate power, but also be quick enough and fast enough. So, kind of when I start feeling myself, feeling the weight, and kind of losing some speed and stuff like that, that's where I kind of know where my cap is.
Do you think because last year, from year 1 to year 2, you went from here to here.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to take that kind of leap again? And if so, where do you see your ceiling?
100%. I mean, my ceiling, I just keep raising it. I don't think I'll ever reach it, because when I reach my goals, I just keep aiming higher and higher and higher. So I'm just taught to go till the wheels fall off and, make the most out of God's gift that he gave me. So that's my goal.
Sauce was in here last week talking about how it's kind of strange that it's year 3 has already snuck up on him, and he's, got to be a leader now, and, it's time to take his career into even a higher level. Do you feel that too?
100%. I mean, that draft class, we just got, me, Sauce, Brees, Garrett, Michael Clemens, Jeremy Rucker, Tony Adams, just all these guys who are now going into their 3rd year, who aren't just the young guys. I think Aaron said it great. Not just young guys anymore. Now we got to step up into our leadership roles, and that's something that I relish, and I know all these other guys relish. And we like pressure, and we like exceeding expectations. So just being there, being with the teams and what the team needs us to be, I think we're up for the challenge, and we're ready to give this team all we got.
After that first year, a lot of people outside talked about Sauce. They talked about Brees, and they talked about Garrett, and they didn't talk about you too much. Did that piss you off at all, going from year 1 into year 2? Like, did that add any extra fuel to the fire that, I'm in here too?
I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, those guys are all drafted around where I was drafted, and, they're making huge plays for the team, being big for the team, and I didn't feel like I was able to do that for the team, so it's just more of like a personal thing. I feel like I need to lift my side of the couch, do my part, and, with that came more playing time, and then I was able to, I feel, maximize, my playing time, and it's obviously not the standard, not my standard. So the goal is to just keep getting better and better.
How's Will McDonald coming along, and how helpful have you been able to be to him being in his shoes a year earlier?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. First round draft pick, edge rusher, and kind of eyes are on you. So I mean, he knows that, and nobody can put more pressure on Will than himself. And I know he's been working his butt off, getting more explosive technique, more powerful, some weight. I mean, he looks good. He's in a good framework of mind right now, and I'm just excited for what he does in year 2.
How's it been working with Aaron?
That's good. It's good. Aaron, he's a great presence in the huddle. And then, outside of the huddle, he's just, he's always making recommendations. And, he doesn't just tell me, he teaches me, something that maybe I messed up or didn't understand. He's going to run it back and explain it to me how he sees it. And it's something that's really helped me.
Is it hard because his cadence is kind of legendary, how he keeps defenses off balance. So how much pressure does that put on you to be on point with all that stuff?
I'd say it's a little bit of pressure, but, it's something you kind of, we've been working on it, since last season. Then we kind of took a break from it with, him getting injured, but getting right back into it. I feel like it's something that, it's something I also was, anyone I was working with in the off season, I was making them use his cadences. So it's something I think I took a jump on, and I think as an offense we'll be able to use it to our advantage better.
What was your reaction when the Jets drafted Brandon Allen?
It was awesome. I was pumped. I immediately had to text him, and Bray's awesome. He's a guy you love to have in the backfield when you're blocking for him. He's going to lower his shoulder and do whatever he can for that extra yard.
What is it like with all the new faces in your line room? Just kind of trying to build chemistry there.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I think we have a great group of guys, and already just developing that close-knit group, and just being here in this OTAs and stuff and phase 1 and whatever, we've already been able to kind of just build that relationship in the room, and it's a good feeling.
I know they don't play the same position as you, but how much do you pick the brains of Tyron and guys who've seen so much in this league for so long?
Yeah, Tyron all the time. It's like something. I'm not exactly asking him technique just because I'm playing center, he's playing tackle, and he's stronger than ever. Just kind of how to be a pro. That's like a lot of the questions I'm asking him. What he does after practice, what he does for recovery. Those are the huge things that I've kind of tried to pick his brain for.
There are a lot of guys with his kind of resume who wouldn't even be here during OTAs, or if they were, they'd be on the side.
Yeah. And
he's out there taking reps with you guys. What do you think that says maybe about him or about the commitment of this offensive line to maybe start to finally build these are the 5 guys kept?
Yeah. No, it definitely means a lot. Just to know that he's locked in. He wants all of us as an O-line to get better, and it's a great feeling, especially just with his experience. Just to play football at the level he has for such a long time, it's a great feeling just being able to see him over there in the huddle.
Has there ever been a moment, you just said seeing him in the huddle, you got 2 Hall of Famers in your huddle, Tyron and Aaron, for a young guy like yourself, ever been a moment it's like that dawns on you, like, hey, 2 of these guys here are going?
Honestly, I wouldn't say so. We're rolling through practice. We're just getting on to the next thing. I guess I haven't really taken that step back and just thought, wow.
Joe, there was a couple of minutes early in practice where Aaron had to sort of go off to the side. Looked like he had some things looked at. Obviously, he came back and he was fine. But did you guys notice that at all?
I missed that.
Oh, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Obviously, his health is paramount.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're doing what we can to keep him healthy.
Is there because the offensive line had so many issues last year with injuries and, the performance struggles, is there almost a collective chip on the line's shoulder to come out this year?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's something we're doing is we're just trying to build the culture of the room, and I think that's kind of the culture we're trying to have. It's just violent, nasty offensive line who, we didn't have the best year last year, but we're going to be a whole different group. So.
Have you had a chance? Obviously, you have to connect with your mentor, Jason Fabini, this offseason back in Indiana, and reflect back over the first year, go over some film with him, and and get some pointers?
Yeah, not exactly film. Since high school with Jason, it's mostly been taking care of yourself, how to be, when I was in college, how to be a college athlete, how to be a pro, how to carry myself. So that's a lot of the things that I look up to him for.